Hello everybody, it's Tortoise Investing coming at you today with some more dividend love. If you are new, please join the 297 that have already done so. Hit that subscribe button. We are right there at 300. I think we can hit it with this video. It'd be pretty neat. Make sure you hit the like button on the videos too. That helps with the reach. It makes YouTube super happy. And comment down below. I like hearing from you. I greatly appreciate it. So, today's video, 5 recession proof / resistant stocks, because we all think things are going to be getting bad here very soon. The Feds have raised rates way beyond the point when they should have, and are they going to keep raising them? No one knows at this point. Inflation is going down, but I think damage has already been done. Banks are closing and stuff. A recession may very well be on the horizon. So, stocks that usually do good during a recession, excuse me, are healthcare, very defensive consumers, and some REITs. I went through and picked out some I think that are pretty good prices, or that I think that might have good value for a downtime. If you're here for those, we got United Healthcare we're going to be taking a look at, Johnson & Johnson, Texas Roadhouse, CocaCola, and Vici Properties. Now, if you came for just those, thanks for dropping by. Make sure to hit that like button. Let's go ahead and dive a little bit deeper into these. So, United Healthcare Group, healthcare sector. It's got a free cash flow yield of 7.15%, dividend yield of 1.35%, and a payout ratio of 30%. The thing I really, really love about this is just the reliability of its growth, the revenue, the EBITDA, free cash flow, net income, EPS. Everything's just going the way it should. Love it. Very reliable return on capital employed. I don't think I've seen something so just reliable as a whole. I mean, even in 2020, they didn't skip a beat. You're right there at the high 17s, low 18s. They've been doing some share buybacks, which is nice. You always want to see that. And as far for their dividend growth, over the last 5 years, they've been growing their dividend average of 17.08%. So very, very nice dividend growth. A very reliable company in my eyes, especially for if a downturn is coming. I don't think you could go wrong with that. Now, if you want something but a little bit higher yield that's still part of the healthcare sector, there is Johnson & Johnson. They have a free cash flow yield of 4.03%, a dividend yield of 2.96%. Pretty sure that this is wrong. They are always good at reliably keeping their payout ratio where it needs to be. Revenue, EBITDA, free cash flow, net income, EPS. It's slowly growing. Johnson & Johnson's it's all reliable when it comes to the pretty much everything. They've been doing a little bit of share buybacks. Return on capital employed's been above 12% for the most part. And their dividend yield over the last, let's see here, I think need to type this in here so we can get a more accurate payout ratio here for you. Boop. And according to this, 43.34%. That sounds a lot better. Growth of 62 years. Very nice. Over the last 5 years, have been growing at an average of 6%. So you got something that's going to give you, most of the time, a raise more than inflation, which is very nice. That's the thing I love about dividend investing. You can find those higher dividend ones, and it's like getting a big promotion every year at your job, which a lot of people don't get to have. But yeah, another healthcare sector here. Like I said, they usually do good during a recession. This one's just a little bit higher yield if that's what you'd like to see. Texas Roadhouse. Now this company is just they've figured something out. They know what they're doing, and they just keep on executing. And I have my eye on this super hard. Especially if this dips below a hundo, I'm going to be really huh? Very well may pick up a position if I see this below a hundo, but not a bad entry point. Nothing in today's video is financial advice, entertainment, and educational purposes. Skip it out there. A free cash flow yield of 3.82%, got a dividend yield of 2.05%, and a payout ratio of 46%. Plenty of room for growth. As you can see here, over the last 1 year, it went up 32%. There was a recession last year, technically. So, I mean, it's something that I think no matter what is going to do pretty well. Over the last month, they are down 6%. So maybe a good entry point if someone's wanting to get a restaurant in their portfolio. So revenue, EBITDA, free cash flow, net income, EPS, very similar to what you see here with United Healthcare. They had their 2020 hiccup. A lot of things had their 2020 hiccup, but they just kept on trucking through. They have more cash on hand than debt, which you absolutely love to see. Capital leases is just them renting out their buildings. Their true debt is pretty low, honestly, for a company. This is a company, they don't carry a lot of debt, and I like that. Over the last 5 years, they've been growing their dividend at 17.08%. That is very, very nice. Very, very nice. This is a compounder, an absolute compounder. You got your growth, and you got your dividend increases that are just ridiculous. And you know what? They're not struggling. Free cash flow on hand, still really nice. Their return on capital employed around 15%, and it looks like that's usually where it stays. Sometimes it goes a little bit higher. And share buybacks, they do some here and there. Not too many. Be nice to see that tick up a little bit. But yeah, for most part, Texas Roadhouse, I like what I see with it. They got a great financial sheet. And like I said, last year was a technical recession. Over the last 1 year, they're up 32%. So very nice. Next up is another old reliable when it comes to consumers. You all know CocaCola. Warren Buffett definitely knows Coca-Cola. We got a free cash flow yield of 3.26%, a dividend yield of 2.9%, payout ratio of 78%. So the thing with Coke is, if when in doubt, just put it in something that you know is going to be there and something that you know is just going to be ticking right along. That's Coca-Cola. The revenue streams, even this is kind of just going up, down a little bit all over the place. But you're investing in this for reliability. They're doing a little bit of share buy. Well, they were doing some. Return on capital employed, above 12% reliably forever, pretty much. Their dividend increases, they do smaller increments. They usually increase their dividend from anywhere from 4 to 6% every year. They've been doing it for like 60 years or something like that. Absolutely ridiculous. They got their stuff figured out. I don't think it's at a terrible price point right now. Of course, you could have got down here in the upper 50s, but I think this has a great future ahead of it. And if this is something you're wanting a DCA into, it's not a bad idea. You can't go wrong with Coca-Cola, another great compounder in my eyes. Last up, one of my favorite REITs of all time, we have our dear Vici with a dividend yield of 4.73%, free cash flow of 6.77%. Payout ratio, you don't really do that with REITs. You usually look at the funds from operations, and I can tell you that they've been growing their FFO pretty reliably. They are the landlords of the big old casinos there in Las Vegas, and they all pay their rent. The thing I like about Vici, it's got a high dividend of 4.7%, but they've been increasing their dividend by around 8% every year. So I mean, you give me a high yield with 8% dividend increases. Like, say less. That's compounder's dream right there. Love it. I love Vici. It makes up a large portion of my portfolio, and I've been eyeballing it. If this dips a little bit lower, I'm going to grab me a little bit more of it. But yeah, that is 5 recession-proof / resistant stocks that you can buy and hold forever. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you are new, as I said, please hit that like and that subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. And I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. See yous.